You have to remember that security is only as strong as its weakest link. And whereas previously, back in the day, the technology and the people were both weak, now, really, it's only the people is the weakest link.
It's the Cobry Cafetiere of cloud knowledge. Oh yeah.
There's a really cool thing about Google Workspace is the amount of quick and easy wins you can have when it comes to setting up your instance, as they call it. There's literally checkboxes that you can go through and you just press, and at the cost of no usability, you've instantly got a more secure setup.
The really exciting thing about the security that would come with Google systems is that you don't need to sacrifice the usability aspect to get the security.
The first kind of protocol that we at least recommend when we start working with a new customer who is, either we've moved them onto Google Workspace or they're already on Google, is we'll do a security review where we'll create a big report. It's usually like 15 to 20 pages depending on the size of the organization. And it basically digs into every little option in the admin console that a company has access to, most of which they've never seen before, because you need to click through like quite a lot of different pages to get into those settings. So there's lots of stuff in there that will flag up for them as being an option that they didn't know about. And in that report, we will have a mention of the current settings they have in place, along with our recommendations and an explanation as to what it is and why you would use it in particular use cases. And then after we've created that, we'll run through the whole report with them on a consultation call. So we spend like an hour to an hour and a half, depending on the intricacies of their setup, to go through it, make sure it's all understood, take note of any changes that need to be made off the back of that discussion, and then implement it for them, update the report and give it back to them so they've got a takeaway for any of their stakeholders and anyone that might ask about their setup.
It would be safe to say that you can't possibly do a one-size-fits-all policy on security.
There'll be a lot of configurations and settings that'll be applicable for a lot of customers, but there's going to be so many slight tweaks and variations across the board with one particular shared drive, maybe that can be fully locked down, can't be shared externally, and another one will have one that they can share externally, and that's just one tiny little example, but there's so many things like that that can be adjusted for depending on requirements.
I think there's a basic level of security that should be for everyone, for every client. And then other than that, there's obviously add-ons. So for example, we've got clients who have got advanced security within their retainer, and others that don't need that level of compliance and security around it. But there should always be that base level for every client that we have.